Hi everyone, Rahul here. In this video, we will talk about one of the SQL statement that is DCL. DCL is data control language. In my previous video, I have explained on the high level that grant and revoke commands comes under DCL. So what is DCL, data control language? What is it? So this is one of the SQL statement type which enforce database security at the database and object level. It deals with the access permissions and right of a user. So let's suppose I have created one house and it has 5 rooms in it. So if I give you keys for all the rooms, you will be able to open all the rooms. If I give keys for just 2 rooms, you will be able to open only 2 rooms and you will not be able to open other 3 rooms, right? So in the same way, we have a different users, different roles in the database, and if anyone who have created any table, database object will give you permissions. If it's a permission for select, then you will be able to only select the database object. If he gives you permission for creating a creating a database table, inserting a data into that, so whatever permission he will give you, you will be able to access that object. So let's talk about the first command, that is grant. This command gives user access privileges to the database. So here's the syntax for grant. Grant privileged on object to user public control. We can give privileges to any one of them, user, public, or role, with that we know grant option. So here is one word is written here as privilege. So what are the privileges? So there are two types of privileges, system privilege and object privilege. So schema level privilege, which is granted by DBA to the users, is known as system privilege. And what is object privilege? Object level privilege can be granted from object, like it's on the object, like on the database table, select, delete, insert, update, execute. So I will discuss these two privileges in detail after some time. So let's look at the syntax of grant. So there are different grant statements written here. Grant create session to username, grant create table to username. So first one you can see grant create session. So this is a system level privilege. And the second one is grant create table. So this is a table object level privilege. Third one is also object level privilege. So just how to create a new user. Let me tell you, open a command prompt as a administrator. So now you are in a command prompt. We have to connect to database. So first connect to sys. In my second video, I have explained you how to connect to database through a command prompt. So if you have not watched that video, please go through it. So we will connect through sys, and Oracle was my password. So I'm connected to sys. So you can see that show user. So in my second video, I have also explained you about the concept of container database and pluggable database. So this concept will definitely benefit us in this video. So you can see that there we have multiple pluggable databases. So we first need to connect to pluggable database and then we have to create a new user. So for that we need to run some commands. So right now we are in a container database. We need to go to we need to connect to our pluggable database, right? So we have run a command alter session set container equal to ORCLPDB. So now we are in a pluggable database. Now we have to create one user, right? So I have written these commands. So let's run this. So now we are creating one user, right? Let's suppose Rahul underscore test3. Create user, username identified by Oracle. I'm giving a password. So I'm running this command. So this user is created. Now we have to give permissions to it. So grant create session. So this is our system level privilege. We have just talked about grant create session to Rahul underscore test3 and grant create table grant I'm also giving. So this is a object level privilege. Okay, in the same way we can give a create view privileges to this user. So now we have given the system level, sorry about that, grant create view, no table here, grant create view to Rahul underscore test3 user. So grant succeeded. So we have given all the grant privileges like both system and object level privileges to this user. So now we have created one user with name Rahul underscore test3 and given both system and object level privileges to that. So now let's connect it in SQL Developer. Name I can give anything, but I'm giving the same Rahul underscore test3 so that I will be able to identify. Password I have set it to Oracle. Okay, and service name we need to change. It's ORCLPDB. That is for the pluggable database. Just save this password, save it, and then click on test. So success. Click on connect. Now are able to connect to this new database, Rahul underscore test3. Now, in my previous videos, I have explained you about DDL, right? So let's create one table in test2, in test1, sorry. So I'm creating one table that is with employees table in Rahul underscore test1. So this table is created. Now you can see, are we able to see this table in another user that is in Rahul test3? No, table view does not exist. Why? Because Rahul underscore test1 user has not given a grant permissions to have a look at the table to Rahul underscore test3. Right? Now give a grant, grant, select on employees table to username Rahul underscore test3. Correct? Just execute this command. By executing this command, we are giving a permission to Rahul underscore test3 to have a look at this table. Now go to Rahul underscore test3. How we will see this? Rahul underscore test1 dot employees. Now we'll see that we are able to see employees table through new user. So this is all about the grant. Oh, let's talk about the revoke. So this is just opposite to grant statement. In grant statement, we are giving permissions to user to have a look at our table to modify data. Revoke is just revoking these permissions. So same example. Now you can see that Rahul underscore test3 is able to see that employees table because Rahul underscore test1 has given a permissions to Rahul underscore test3. Now revoke this permission. Revoke select on employees from Rahul underscore test3. So we are revoking this permission from Rahul underscore test1 user to Rahul underscore test3. Just execute this command. So revoke is succeeded, you can see. So now permissions are taken back. So now Rahul underscore test3 will not be able to see this table. You can see table or view does not exist. Give permissions back. Grant select on this. I'm giving a permission. Grant succeeded. Now Rahul underscore test3 will be able to see this table. I hope it's clear, right? So in this video, I have explained you about data control language. In case you have any doubt, you can comment me and stay tuned for my channel for further videos on TCL and other SQL concepts. If you have learned something new, please like this video. Happy learning. Thank you.